Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP, and once again, this is the 1-day chart. We're sitting here just above 52.5 cents. And XRP pulled back a little bit today. And right away, the same narrative showed up once again. People nonstop complaining about the price, saying that Ripple's dumping on the XRP community once again. Maybe they should take a look at the rest of the market before they go and put out nonsense, because it happens every single time. Look at Bitcoin right now, and look at the XRP chart right now. They look identical. We are following Bitcoin, and a lot of people are expecting Bitcoin to take off from here. If that happens, of course it's going to pull XRP and the rest of the market with it. But people just cannot stop fudding on this cryptocurrency. It happens every single day. Unless the price goes up by a penny, then look out. We're going parabolic, and all of a sudden $10,000 XRP is being talked about once again. This community, wait until XRP actually takes off. A lot of people are going to be left behind just because they listen to all the garbage that's going on out there. SEC is taking cybersecurity obligations seriously, Gensler tells Congress. Now, I don't know how serious he's taking this. You got to remember, his Twitter account just got hacked recently. And remember the fake news about the Bitcoin ETF approval that happened early, and all of a sudden Bitcoin took off? Then we found out it was fake news. I don't think Gary takes anything serious except the big banks and these anti-crypto politicians. He listens to them with, on a whim, and they control him because they also control his pocket. It's absolutely ludicrous at this point. Today, we're excited to announce that Ripple has signed a deal to acquire Standard Custody, strengthening our product offerings and adding to our growing portfolio of regulatory license around the world. This is big because this gives them New York. So Ripple and Standard Custody are dedicated to enabling enterprise to reap the benefits of blockchain across a host of financial use cases, building institutional grade solutions to tokenize, store, move, and exchange value. This is what I was talking about yesterday. Tokenization is going to pick up this year. Archax knows that. They're saying that 50 trillion could be sitting on the XRP ledger by next year. And it looks like everything is lining up for that to happen. Now, I'm not going to say that we're going to see all that value come to the ledger. We don't really know yet. We got to see how big tokenization becomes this year. Brad Garlinghouse said this: with Standard Custody, we'll be able to improve existing product offerings for our customers, as well as exploring new products and use cases, all in a fully compliant way. To date, Ripple has secured nearly 40 U.S. money transmitter license, MPI license from Mass, and VASP registration with Central Bank of Ireland and counting, getting all those rails put in place. And like I said, it looks like XRP New York is ready for XRP. 90% of all Ripple partners are outside the United States of America. Now Ripple is conquering the market in the US after the judge ruled that XRP is not a security. I think we are about to see how big that news actually was. The price pumped up a little bit once XRP got clarity, but then it came back down. Are we now going to see what the next phase is going to take us? Where are we going to go from here is what I'm saying. 4 key elements that will serve as the foundation for success for a tokenized economy: liquidity, on-off ramps, custody, and compliance. And it looks like we are now ready for tokenization to take off on the XRP ledger. I think Ripple absolutely just crushed it when it comes to custody with this new acquisition. Medico was big. I think this just adds on top of that. And who knows, maybe within the next month or two, we might see more acquisitions happen as well. I think that's what Brad was pushing for all along. Keep in mind how this works. Capture the assets, Bitcoin and Ethereum, into these Wall Street managers' control. Use XLM and XRP to transact its derivative products. Franklin Templeton says its money market fund is attracting crypto assets. Now we know Franklin Templeton tokenizes assets over on Stellar, but they're not looking for an XLM ETF. I think what they're looking to do is move the value on Stellar Network, which will push the price of XLM as well. Same thing is happening on the XRP ledger, as we see right here. Trading platform of standard custody, Ripple is taking over. XRP and the XRP ledger will do the work of transacting Bitcoin and ETH. And you know, I said that a while ago, like when the news was first coming out around ETFs. I said something is going to move this value. Now we're starting to see exactly what's about to happen. But the Bitcoin maxis will tell you otherwise. They're going to tell you all the values coming to Bitcoin, no values going to XRP or XLM. But that's why I always said, we don't need an ETF for XRP. We don't need an ETF for XLM. We don't need an ETF for XDC. These cryptocurrencies have utility and use case. They will be driven by that utility. That's how we will get to high prices. XRP, the new global currency. I hate when they say global currency. It's going to work as a bridge currency around the globe. It's going to be the trust layer in between two CBDCs. But take a listen to what Chris Larson says here.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication. Do you think this is really going to take off to that extent?
You know, we do. When we look at the world, you see a world completely connected on an information web. And that's terrific. That makes things tremendously efficient. But what we don't have is the sense of a value web. Payments, the exchange of value is still pre-internet based on 40-year-old technology. And so that's very expensive. That really slows e-commerce. Lots of parts of the world don't have the ability to make payments. So this new technology that really is a second gen of Bitcoin enables now value to be exchanged in the same way that information is currently exchanged. And that's a big deal, we think.
And that was from years ago. And look at how far we have come since then. Now we got money transmitter license all around the United States. We have money transfer license in other countries as well. And now we're starting to see the rise of CBDCs at the same time. Everything that we ever learned about XRP and RippleNet is starting to come together now. And tokenization back then wasn't even talked about. And that's going to bring more value on top of cross-border payments. Then you got to start looking beyond that. AI is going to be a very big deal starting this year as well. And then carbon credits on top of that. Plus all the projects that are building on the XRP ledger. Yet people want you to believe that we're going to be sitting under $1 forever. It doesn't make sense. You cannot have all these announcements, all this growth happening, everything positioning and lining up perfectly just to have XRP never reach $1. It doesn't make sense. Who thinks it's by accident that the new Director of Business Development, CBDC and Digital Assets at Ripple got the job and previously worked at R3 for 6 years before this? LOL, if you don't understand what Ripple is building, this is all part of their interconnected web. And that's what's been building out in the background. While nobody's paying attention, while everybody's focused on the price and bitching about the price on a daily basis, a massive network is forming in the background. And you know, once this all comes together and everything goes live, that's it. You're either going to be holding XRP at that moment or you're going to get priced out of XRP at a very fast pace. Because once this price starts to move, it's going to move so quick, and people are not going to see it coming. And I try to tell people that. And the first thing they always say is, well, if they had 10 years, don't you think the price would have moved by now? You also got to remember, what's holding us back is regulations and this SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. No bank here in the United States really wants to touch XRP right now. Soon as this case ends, I think the sky is the limit for XRP. As individual countries look for alternative ways to move value globally, they're looking for mechanisms outside of the US SWIFT system. They're looking for cheaper, faster, more friendlier, that offer more services. Some companies such as Ripple and Stellar offer means to bring this into reality. You know, everybody wants the same thing. Like I always said, they want it to be cheap, they want it to be fast, and they want it to be secure. And we have the technology to do that when it comes to payments. You know, SWIFT is just outdated, and a lot of countries are pushing away from SWIFT every single day. Look at what's going on with BRICS. And we have an alternative to SWIFT, but everybody wants to live the dream of SWIFT being with us for the next 20 years. It's not going to happen. Ripple is going to either replace SWIFT, SWIFT is going to start to utilize RippleNet technology and utilize XRP, or we're just going to see a complete takeover by Ripple and SWIFT is going to be gone. And that's where we're leading into right now. And it's not just Ripple and XRP, it's Stellar and XLM. Then when it comes to digital trade, you got to add in XDC as well. And then if you look beyond that, you could already see Hedera also growing out and expanding. These ISO cryptocurrencies are very undervalued where they're sitting right now. Everyone around the world on a daily basis is telling you the direction they're looking in. And for some reason, you just can't get over the price of XRP. Institutional financial services like ETFs, institutional DeFi, using the AMM, tokenization of real-world assets and currencies all need institutional-grade custody. Let's see what Ripple is building next on the XRP ledger, now with standard custody and Medico acquired. Like I said, this is going to be very big. And I think the price of XRP will start to rise up as tokenization really starts to pick up at the same time. Like I said, I don't know if, Archax is right that we're going to see a $900 XRP by next year, but I think we're going to be looking at a much different XRP by then. You got to also remember, ISO is going live, and it's going to bring value to these cryptocurrencies. There's a reason that they're compliant, because they're going to be utilized. And, people could downplay ISO all they want, but once the value starts pouring in, watch how fast those same people jump in to XRP, XLM, XDC. But until it all happens, you gotta be patient and you gotta stay positive. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.